Some of you have been wondering how criminals access your money after stealing your phone. You are just about to find out, because I'm about to have an interview section with this police officer, SP Edafe Bright. This is the Lokiudo experience. Mr. Edafe, I'm really curious about something. When someone's phone is stolen, how do these criminals have access to the money in the bank account on that phone, even when the phone has a password?
Okay, it's actually a dicey situation, because so many persons are not aware that oftentimes when they lose their phones and they later go to check their account balance and see that their money has been siphoned, they think it is their mobile apps that was used. The answer is no. What these criminals use are their SIM cards. Not just any SIM cards, but the SIM cards that they are using to receive their SMS bank alerts. That is the one synchronized into their account. That is the one that they use. So once they remove this SIM card and put on another phone, they can use that SIM card to generate whatever they want to generate from the bank that they are operating. So, and you know, there's something called one-time password. Once that OTP is sent to that SIM card, and you now respond to the bank sending them back the OTP, they will assume that it is the actual owner of the account that is in touch with them. They can withdraw virtually every money in the account, except for those that have restriction. You know, there are some persons that have restriction in their account. They can say maximum withdrawal in a day can be 1 million, 2 million. But for those that don't have restriction, they can withdraw every penny in their account.
Oh wow! So how do these criminals decipher the phone's password?
That's your password you can change through the OTP. Because if you want to apply for change of password, for instance, they will send you an OTP now to the line. Do you understand? So everything is tied to your SMS alert SIM card. So that's just the trick. I am not into that kind of fraud, so I may not be able to explain in detail how they do it. But one thing I know is that they will not be able to do anything if they don't have access to your SIM card.
Sir, I don't know if you know about One Chance. It's something that happens here in Abuja a lot. Robberies that happen in taxi, that's what we call One Chance. So basically, when it happens, they transfer money from that victim's account to other bank accounts. Is it possible to trace these transactions?
Definitely, but you see, the challenge is this. People tend to believe that, if I go police station now, what would they do for me? What would they do for me? So you see, a lot of persons don't get to the police station. And that is where we're having these challenges. We have had, I believe you come across some of my videos. There was one I did of a lady that picked a phone from the ground and took it to a repairer to format. It took us over 6 months before we arrested the lady and the phone repairer. So it's not something we do by magic, but you have to trust us. You have to trust the process. Give us time to do all the necessary, like bank order, court orders that will order the bank to place a lien on the account, arrest the owner of the account. All these things takes time. And don't forget, someone who is into fraud, that knows that is using a particular account for fraud, there are times when they go with their ATM card and they see that the account has been blocked, they will never go to that bank again. But let's also be reminded that there's something called BVN, and there's something also called NIN that has been linked to virtually all our accounts. So with this, it's very, very easy now to arrest these people. But what can we do when these victims don't want to come to us and give us the information that we need? So that's it. If they trust us and give us time, definitely there is no crime without a trace. No crime without a trace. We definitely arrest them. That's one thing that I'm certain of.
Sir, you mentioned 6 months. That's a really long time. Why does it have to take the police this long to trace money that was transferred from somebody's account to a criminal's account?
There is something we are failing to realize. You see, I am a realist. This is not America. This is Nigeria. America was not built in a day. Rome was not built in a day. It's a gradual process. Do you understand? But if we say 6 months is too much, 1 month is too much, 2 months is too much, what are the better options that we have? Is it that the next best option is to ignore and wait for it to happen again? These are key questions that we must ask ourselves. If you say, because it will take police 2-3 months, for instance, let me leave them, let them continue to rob people, how does that solve the problem? So we have to make do with what we have. Like I said earlier, we just have to trust the process. We will get there. It's a gradual process. It cannot be done overnight. There are times where people commit offense and just go free in those days, back in the days. But now, There is technology that is helping us to achieve this result, get our result faster. Police even these days can even investigate crypto scam and other things. So we're not doing this years back, but we are getting there. It's a gradual process.
So now I'm curious, what are some challenges police face when trying to solve a crime? What are some challenges that are beyond their jurisdiction?
Okay, there are processes. It's not just to report. When you report, there is something we call investigation. There is prosecution. Now, no policeman can successfully prosecute a case without evidences or statement of witnesses. And some persons, once they just report today, they disappear. Once they disappear, you can't prosecute, because when the case gets to the court, it will be struck out for lack of evidence. So people should understand that the police were not the original complainants. Even though in the court you hear commissioner of police versus this versus that versus, don't forget that witness statement is key. But people will just arrest a felon. You can just say, well, I arrest this man when he was trying to rob a bike. You recovered the bike, you gave to the owner of the bike. Then you brought the suspect to the police station. You disappear, the owner of the bike disappeared. How do you prove an offense of stealing in court? That's one of the key challenges that we are having. As for other challenges, well, I would like to limit it to my scope as a spokesperson for Delta State Police Command. There are challenges definitely, but it's not what I can go into for now.
One last question. Why is it that when a criminal is paraded, sometimes we see their face and sometimes we don't see their face? People think that when you parade a criminal that comes from the northern Nigeria, that they hide their face. But when a criminal is paraded from a different ethnic group entirely, we see their face. Why is this something that happens? People think it's an ethnic discrimination. What do you have to say about this?
Okay, well, I don't know if you are speaking generally or if we are speaking for Delta State. However, one thing that I know is that we learn every day. Towards the ending of last year or early this year, there was a directive that was in line with the Constitution that says everybody have a right. This right includes even rights of suspect, and it includes giving them fair hearing. Everybody is assumed, every suspect is presumed innocent until proven otherwise by a court of competent jurisdiction. That is the reason why it is now wrong to parade them, show their faces to the world, because they have not been presumed guilty by the court. Saying, oh, you parade some persons from the north and you show their face, or you don't show their faces, you do from the south. Well, I like people that don't base their idea on speculations. They should come up with, oh, the day on the 1st of August, PPRO Delta State posted this person from this region and showed his face. On the 10th of that same month, PPRO person now posted this person from this region and did not show their face. Not until they've been able to do that, I don't think such an allegation or accusation is fair to us as police spokespersons. Like I said, we learn every day. In the past, yes, we parade and show faces. That's obvious, that's the truth in the past. But like I said, we learn every day. If you have been practicing something that is wrong for a very long time, that does not make it right. So the moment the people who are more knowledgeable than you have brought it to your attention that this is wrong, do the right thing, we should not be judged for doing the right thing. As of today, we are not allowed to display suspect faces, body, or any part of their body. That is why in most of my recent interviews, you only see me and you see the exhibit, you don't see the suspect.
Mr. Edafe, you made mention of suspect. What do you mean by suspect? I'm not asking this question for myself, but for people who are not privileged enough to go to school, let them understand what the definition of a suspect is.
The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria states that every person is presumed innocent until proven otherwise by the court. So even if you are seeing the person committing the crime, the Constitution still says that person is innocent until a court of competent jurisdiction has ruled otherwise. That is why they are all referred to as suspects. And you see, when they get to court and we secure conviction, you will now see they will now start calling them convicts. And when they finish their jail term and comes out of prison, they are now called ex-convicts. So that's just it. 3 stages: suspect. When they are facing prosecution, they are called accused. When they have been convicted, they are called convict. When they come out from prison, they are called ex-convict. That's 4.
Thank you so much, Mr. Idafe. It was really nice having this interview section with you. I can't wait to get the opportunity to meet with you because I have so many questions I'd like to ask about the work you do, about Nigerian police force. I have many topics we could talk about, but I'm going to save it till we get to meet. If you ever find yourself in Abuja, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to sit with you on the Lokido experience to talk about the beautiful work Nigerian police is doing that people do not see on social media. Thank you so much for squeezing out your beautiful time to bless this episode. God bless you so much. I can't wait to see you.
Definitely. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And let's say bye to the viewers. Bye-bye.
Bye. You too. Bye.